I'm going to go into kind of what that is. So from a high level, when you create a Shopify store, you have your products and you install the Meta for Facebook, Instagram, Shopify app, and you connect Shopify to Meta, it auto creates you a catalog. So then you can automatically run dynamic product ads. That sources the images from your product pages. Your first image, that's the image that is used, or your DPA ads. And so that's kind of the standard. That's where most people stop. However, it's really only the beginning. The world is your oyster, actually, in regards to catalogs. And so that's what we're going to go over, is how to create a custom DP, dynamic product ads catalog, that you can use. Why though? Why would we want to do this, right? So number one, like over time, your regular DPA catalog feed can get stale, right? Just the white backgrounds. It's really tough to reach new people, especially like I mentioned with the Andromeda Gen algorithm updates. They're not going to just start serving you to new people when you're just giving them the same stuff, right? So retargeting is more or less, it's kind of okay. Like having a feed that's, relatively the same the whole time, not a huge deal, right? People end up those in retargeting audiences, Meta is going to serve it to them because they're in that distinct audience. However, when you go completely broad with the DPA catalog, it's going to be tough to break through that initial kind of pool they put you in without diversity of your catalog. You can continue to reach new people with the same catalog as you add more products, right? Okay, you keep adding more products. All right, that's going to open you up to new people, because new products are new designs or whatever. Could be a new product line that's going to open you up to new people naturally. But again, you're going to get stuck eventually. And so that's what this is. Again, this is for kind of breaking out and continuing to scale with dynamic product ads. Another one is maybe you have white bars on the side of your DPAs. The use case for my client, why we made a custom feed. But if they had 4x5 images on their website because they like the way that looks. However, when those are uploaded into Meta, there's the white bars. I mean, you guys may have seen brands. I think Abercrombie actually had white bars. Like some really big brands surprisingly have like the white bars, which is kind of funny. So yeah, the reason why you can do this is, hey, I just want my DPAs to look better. Like they have the white bars, it looks like shit. I don't like that. Okay, that's another reason why you want to utilize different images or frames, right? So there's a lot of actually softwares, Marpipe, Socio, that create you custom feeds with like different treatments on them. Really, it's just frames. They're adding frames and a custom feed there. You want to make a UGC feed, which is again what we're going to be making, that you can constantly update with customer images, right? So every time a new customer or you have a new image from an influencer or whatever, you can add it to your feed easily. And again, ability to get net new incremental reach. You could do it because you want to make a video feed. Like, hey, I want to make a DPA custom feed with videos. You can also do that. So if you have like a bunch of different videos of your products, you could literally throw them into a feed and upload it in the Meta, and now you have a video feed, which is pretty cool. And I'll show you an example of that. And then yeah, like I already kind of mentioned, with the algorithm more than ever needs diversity, which includes diversity of your DPAs, right? Like just running the same old DPAs is only going to get you so far. If you want to continue to scale with DPAs, you have to make some custom ones. And there's a lot of room to go there. There truly is. So giving you like a real life example of like Ruggable, for those who don't know, I worked there 6 years, scaled them to hundreds of millions of dollars a year. We had a regular DPA, and then we added custom frame DPA catalog, which again has treatments over your images. Then we made a UGC custom feed catalog, which is what we're about to do right now. And this allowed us to scale DPA massively because again, we were giving the algorithm a ton of diversity. And again, we were constantly updating these things. Every time we had new product launches, new images into the regular DPA, new images into the custom frame DPA. And then we were getting hundreds of new customer photos every month, and we would add them into the custom feed, right? So again, this is how you continue to adapt your DPA strategy over time, and it allows you to scale. This is, I would say, kind of a more advanced thing, but hopefully me breaking it down, showing you guys how to do it, makes it less daunting, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Cool. But yeah, I did want to show you what the white bars mean. So this is Akimbo's to my client. So they had the white bars. So like I said, their images are 4x5. So they just didn't like how this looked. Like, no, we don't like that. Can you create us a custom feed? So I did it. But yeah, then Gents, again, another one of my clients, they made a custom video feed. This is a DPA ad, product name, the price, but it's a video. You can also do the same thing with video. So number one, again, we'll share out a template of this, but this is, I made one from Rugtomize. Essentially what you're going to need is a unique product ID, which can come literally, like if you go to your products, our custom rug. custom logo rug. So you think this is our main product here. So if you go in here, this is your product ID right here. Because it's custom, I really don't think it matters that much, but you want to put your product ID here, and we're going to delete all these ones. And so again, I might be diving in, but essentially what we're doing is we're going to be creating line items for each image, right? Linked to a specific product. So you'll see here, this is a long sleeve chain peaker. This is the title of the product. It's in stock. This is the link to the product. And then we have an image link. So this image will be the one that's shown in the ad. Again, we manually did this because these are 1x1 images. So the white bars are not going to show up anymore. That was the solution for why we did it for them. However, like I said, there's other solutions which are like, I want to make a UGC feed. So that's what we're going to do for Rugtomize. We're also going to take the product name. All right, custom logo rug. Again, you can kind of name it whatever you want. Like technically, say we get a review. Let's see, this is customer media. Cuts a crimson tide. This is a high school. So look, we could download this. And potentially we could do for the title, custom high school logo rug, right? These keywords are telling the algorithm, hey, go after people that might want a custom high school logo rug versus just a custom logo rug. Now we incremental reach. We're telling the algorithm, hey, the algorithm knows what you tell it, right? And so then we're still going to use the same, because Rugtomize technically is like a single SKU store. So we're still, all the DPAs are going to go to this page still. We're going to add this here. Again, I'm going to delete all these because I don't need them. Delete all these. We'll make, and we're getting your brand name here. So Rugtomize. Super important here, your image link, you have to make it so anyone on the internet can view it. So that Meta is able to pull it, right? So I created a little UGC DPA folder. We're going to upload, we're going to upload the image. Oh, sorry, file upload, download. How did I download that? Where did it go? Whatever, we're just going to drag this to our homepage or my desktop. All right, let's upload. To be honest, I don't know how it's going to be. It's probably going to auto crop these. So we should be fine now. But then I'm going to name it too, like, just so, again, the more info you add into these things, the more data Meta is going to have, and the more, you're going to be more organized too. So we could just rename this custom high school logo rug, crimson tide basketball, whatever, right? So super important too, when you open this up, you're going to need to share. See how it's restricted? We do not want that. We want anyone with the link. Now, copy this link, and we're going to add that as the image link, right? Boom. There we go. So this is the process. This is a very manual process. Yes. Can you do this with AI? I don't know. Maybe you can with like an AI agent. I'm not the AI guy yet. I feel like I need to spend way more time on AI. But yeah, I'm sure there's a way you can probably more efficiently do this. But we're going to do a few more. What we're going to do is we're going to create like 5 of these. But then we're going to upload it into Meta, which should be pretty easy. So let's pull out some more massage specialists. This is great. So again, these are all going to be like targeted. I don't know why. Oh, here we go. We're just going to slide this over here. And again, the product IDs are going to be the same for all these, I believe, because again, we only have basically one SKU. So I think it's fine. We'll see what happens, but we should be good to just keep using the same product ID. But basically for you guys, it's like maybe you have 5 SKUs, but each you want to add a customer UGC, you're still going to use the same product ID. You're just going to have a different image link, right? Everything else will more or less be the same. So we're going to do custom massage parlor. That sounds a little weird. Let's see. What are we going to say this? Custom spa logo.
Oh, day spa, or like
that works. Custom day spa.
A quick question from Johnny coming in. When you are customizing the name of the product, is the title functions like keywords would in SEO for Google, for example?
Like think of it like SEO? Is that the question?
Go ahead, Johnny. I see you unmuted yourself.
Yeah, just that. I mean, obviously not exactly, but just from like a title standpoint, I know you said the more specific you make it, the more information you're feeding the algorithm. So it kind of sounded similar. I mean, to like phrase match or exact match, like in Google. I mean, not in the same way, but I didn't know if that was like similar thinking or there's something I'm missing here with the thinking.
No, yeah, definitely. That's how I would think about it, is like the more detailed again, how can we get incremental reach? How can we reach people that we're not currently reaching? It's by 1, obviously the image, but 2 is going to be like like how we name it. You know, like the meta tagging or like meta naming on like images, right? It's like the more stuff you input is the more when meta reads it, it's going to read what's actually in the image, what it sees, but it's also going to read what you're telling it about the image, right? So yeah, I think the more detailed you can be, the better it's going to be for meta to find new people. And again, this will be a great experiment because we're going to basically be naming these very distinctly. Like I'm going to name this like, let's rename this custom day spa logo rug massage specialists and spa. So again, this is giving a little bit more detail, right? Massage specialist and spa, more keywords than we're actually giving it on this name, right? But again, we're going to make sure anyone with the link can do this, and we'll add that in. We'll do like 3 more. Sorry if it's a little repetitive, guys. Now we are going into the part where we are actually going to upload this. Hopefully it goes the way it should go, but if not, we'll troubleshoot it live. But yeah, so once you have the feed, you're going to create a new catalog and then upload the feed into Meta, and then we will actually try to launch it. You're in your business portfolio, you're going to go down to data sources, catalogs. You'll see Akimbo's right here. This is the one that I showed you guys, Akimbo Cement. I couldn't figure out how to do it, so I made a bunch of feeds accidentally. Luckily, I have already made all the mistakes first. But yeah, so you're gonna go in here, add, create your catalog. So technically, since you guys all have your own brand, your business portfolio will be fine. I should probably do this under Rugtomizes, so my business doesn't own the feed. Let's go to Rugtomizes. We'll do it in their feed or under their business. Actually, it doesn't seem like it matters. No, it does. Okay. So create new catalog. They're trying to make it you not do this. I don't know why. They're trying to have people keep it simple. So business portfolio, we'll just call this Rugtomize UGC DPA catalog. Again, you can name it whatever you want. Again, do not connect the partner platform. Or again, this is completely custom. And then you need to pick your pixel. So don't do this one. It looks like it's making us pick all the pixels, which is weird. You used to be able to just turn this off. This seems like a bug. I would just not worry about it. Just make sure when you are running these ads, you just pick the correct pixel. Technically, you should be able to turn these off. But anyway, so we'll just go next. Connect to data feed. You'll see here, use a spreadsheet or file to add and update your products automatically. That's what we're trying to do here. Next, again, this is formatted for Commerce Manager. Again, this template I have here, which we'll share out, this is built like I got this from Meta specifically, right? Let's try this. This actually works when I'm showing you guys. Oh yeah, so super important. Yeah, you need to grab your URL. So let's go to this. Again, make sure it's anyone with the link, copy the link, and we will go here. We will go next. And again, you could kind of keep the name again. I don't know why they kind of rename shit, but again, frequency. I recommend you have it update hourly. So in case you need to make changes, say a product goes out of stock, right? Okay, on that note, we're going to backtrack. So if products go out of stock, which Akimbo happens often, I have them tell me, hey, let me know when things are out of stock so I can go into the feed and then go manually out of stock. Again, this will update every single hour. So it might take the hour just hit, it'll take 60 minutes, but then it will stop showing that product. Again, this is manual. Again, it's not connected to Shopify because this is completely custom, right? So you got to do it manually. I just realized, just normalize. Looks like there's no spelling errors. So let's go back in here. Again, I'm just going to leave the name that they put, new data feeds, whatever, every hour. Again, you can choose what hour if you want it like at the top of the hour, right? We could do like one, whatever. We're just going to leave it as is. New data feed, upload. So yeah, so this is the process. Once you get the URL, then you'll upload it. Let's hope that boom, boom, boom. Oh, fix issues. Fix issues with data source. All right, we're troubleshooting live. Meta is a massive, obviously you guys know, like they got so many things going on in their business managers that sometimes things are not right. Okay, so it looks like you can't have the content ID as a duplicate. So it looks like we might just have to make separate content IDs and just like change the names on these. Should all be separate. And maybe we need to delete all these. We're not using them. Keep it like that. I don't know. All right, let's try again. This is gonna be a huge fucking airball if I fuck this up. To tell you though, this is literally Akimbo's right here. So for whatever reason, we're gonna have to figure this out. We'll figure it out. Okay, update or add. Here we go. I don't know why it's saying upload some failed. Okay, so they got uploaded. So I think we're good. Boom, here we go. Pricing though. Where the fuck did they get this $60 pricing at? So again, okay, so I think we're gonna be fine. All right. Sometimes you gotta roll with the punches with meta where like they're gonna tell you there's errors, they're gonna tell you some things when actually in reality, like it's fine. Again, I don't know why we have 2 now. It's saying 7 items failed to upload. We don't even have 7 other items, so it doesn't really make any sense. Oh, it's because of these. I think it's because we have these. Shit. You need to delete all those. Yep, that was it. 7 plus 7 is 14. So yeah, you gotta keep all the rows like completely empty, it seems like, or it's going to give you some sort of errors. Let's try and update it again and see if it fixes itself. Boom, 0 issues. Let's fucking go. So the price thing, again, I don't know where they're pulling the price from because we really don't have price in here. So it doesn't really make any sense, but you don't really need to worry about that. Actually, before I dive into the ad account, so when you launch this new feed, these ads as a new feed, Meta has no data. There's no data behind if people click on this, they're going to buy. So it's basically a blank slate. Tabula rasa thing. So over time, it's going to get data on this and it's going to start getting smarter and smarter and smarter, right? So you can't expect it to like literally perform right away. Like, I mean, it could, but this is like a completely blank catalog. Meta with your old catalog, your main catalog has all, because you've been running it, if you have, Meta has all this data on who clicks on what, who buys this, who, you know, all the engagement, that knows all that. This has 0 engagement. So you're starting fresh. So again, you're going to need to give it some time. It's going to take some time to learn. I'm going to upload a lot more than this. I just wanted to show you guys how it works. Now let's create our own custom DPA campaign. And again, I'm not even going to launch this because again, I'm going to add more. But let's just prospecting DPA UGC. I'm gonna turn this off. Oh shit, I might need to give myself access to this. Gotta be careful about this stuff. Let's refresh this. Make sure to give yourself access. You're gonna be like, why isn't it working? Like, you gotta give yourself access. Oh, it says it's already assigned. Just double check you're giving yourself access. Because again, sometimes like Meta will just be weird and not. Okay, it looks like it's auto giving people access, so you should be fine. But again, just in case you're like, I can't find it, that could be the reason why. So just make sure to give yourself access. All right, let's move on to let's call it DPA. Again, it's on value for whatever reason. We don't want that, at least for now. Website, pixel, got the right pixel, purchase, obviously. Again, if you have a video feed, but I like to just turn this on. Obviously, it doesn't really matter if you're not running videos, but we'll go next. I don't really like to turn on the catalog at the campaign level. I like to do it at the ad level. It's just a preference, really. I'm already doing optimize, manage post catalog, and why are we not finding our shop in here? Let's find the name of this thing. Oh shit! Optimize DPA. I don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Partners. Okay, whatever. We're just gonna copy this and figure out where it's gonna pop up. Oh, of course. Now I can't find it. Oh my gosh. Oh, it might be because you guys probably will be fine. Again, I'm operating out of a bunch of different business managers, so, but let's see. I was right. Here we go. There we are. I'm not crazy. We did it. Wow, I feel redeemed. I was getting a little stressed, like I was gonna. So again, you're gonna add your copy, right? Let's just add copy. Again, you don't need to put your price, but you can put name, right? So name is going to, let's add button. I just want to show you guys like a preview. Error component, something went wrong. Oh, I think we need to add a URL. URL's right here. Well, let's refresh this. I don't know why it's not previewing. They're just throwing everything at me to solve right now. Not making it easy for me. What's the issue? All products. There we go. Oops, we're gonna call it name. All right, optimize, pull products. We should be good to go. Again, I don't know why it's required. The link field is missing. Oh, let's just do this. Use settings from catalog. So we might need to just let this sit for a second while Meta processes it. Again, like feel like they're just throwing everything at me, which is super freaking annoying. Let me change this. I would love to just solve this while we're on the call. All right, let's try the actual URL here. Oh, looks like it might be working now. I don't know what. Unable to generate a preview because of the code. All right, we're just gonna start over. It's like I might have fucked with some things. Again, you guys might not have issues with this. Let's see if it'll let us do it by picking the catalog at the campaign level. Maybe it'll change things up for us. And you're probably gonna need to add the URL. Turn this shit off. How it literally says 5 items aren't here. Why is it doing that? You can edit out the prices here. Looks like, I don't know why I've just pulled some random pricing. No media selected. I just don't get add intro card. We don't need that. All right, you can enter a URL. All right, let's just see if we can publish this thing. To be honest, you guys probably I wouldn't expect this to be an issue. I just hit publish and then it just worked. Yeah. All right, I'm vindicated. This is how meta is, by the way, guys. Like, literally, like, you feel like everything's broken and you just gotta fucking trudge through and just hit publish. I was like thinking I was gonna have to give up, right? For whatever reason. And now look, boom, 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 everything's here. Obviously the crops, it's gonna crop to a 1x1. So yeah, this image is probably not great. This looks okay. But yeah, that would be the point. So on the note of creative, having like the main stuff be in a 1x1 is what you're gonna want, or else it could get cropped out like this, right? This actually looks pretty good. We made it. You guys might get errors. You might, again, run into this stuff. You just need to like trudge through, try and hit publish, like get it to go, but it works, right? And again, and then the ongoing operational effect of this is just you're going to have to continue to update this. If something goes out of stock, put it out of stock. Again, you can just keep adding to this. So I know we kind of ran out of time. Again, I wasn't sure how long this was going to take because we ran into some issues, but anyone have any questions on that?
This is a great tutorial because it showed us how to troubleshoot when we're doing it as well, right? So
what I've learned with meta, like a lot of the times it's just like little bugs that you can just like power through them and like it'll work. Even though it gives you a bunch of red like things to freak you out. Like a lot of times if you just keep messing with it, hit publish. I think the main thing with this is that it's a brand new catalog. It's completely custom. It's not integrated with Shopify. It's probably like the lowest on the totem pole of like what Meta is prioritizing to like process. So it takes a little bit of time to get into the system, and then once it's there, it's fine.